Some stories of courage are they're so incredible, they almost don't feel real. They sound like something out of a legend. Well, today, we're diving into one of those stories, a tale of unbelievable bravery from the freezing cold peaks of the Kargil War. This is the story of the Lion of Tiger Hill. Okay, let's just start right there. Imagine being a soldier, and those are the words you hear from your commander. The year is 1999. The mission you're about to undertake is unbelievably dangerous. The stakes couldn't be higher, and that one sentence, it just sets the stage for a battle that would go down in history. So what was this mission? It was all about reclaiming one of the most important strategic peaks in the entire Kargil region, a place called Tiger Hill. See, enemy forces had captured it, and from up there, they had a massive advantage. For the Indian Army, taking it back wasn't just another objective, it was the absolute key to turning the tide of the entire war. Now, you gotta understand just how impossible this mission looked on paper. The enemy had the ultimate advantage, the high ground. They were dug in at the top of an icy peak, fortified with machine guns, grenades, snipers, the whole shebang. For the Indian soldiers, any attack meant climbing a sheer cliff face right into the line of fire. In this kind of high-altitude warfare, the mountain itself is an enemy. The big question was, who would be brave enough or crazy enough to lead that charge? It's in moments like these, moments of extreme danger, that heroes are often made. After the commander called for a volunteer to lead the most treacherous part of the assault, there was this chilling silence. And then, one voice cut right through it. And get this, the man who stepped forward wasn't some grizzled, seasoned veteran. He was a 19-year-old grenadier. His name? Yogendra Singh Yadav. Just a kid from a small village, but he was filled with this fierce drive to defend his country. A drive that was about to be tested in the most brutal way you can imagine. Sir, I will go first. Just 5 simple words, but they carried the weight of a nation. Without one sentence, Yadav volunteered to be the first man up that cliff, the first to face the enemy guns, basically accepting a job where survival was a long shot, at best. So, with Yadav in the lead, the team started their climb under the cover of total darkness. But this was way more than just a climb. It was a vertical battle against the elements, against gravity, and against the constant threat of being spotted. Just try to picture this scene. It's pitch black, the only thing you can hear is the wind howling, and the cold is so intense it numbs your fingers and chills you right to the bone. These were the conditions for one of the most daring assaults in modern military history. The dangers were just layered on top of each other. First, you have to scale a sheer vertical wall of ice with nothing but ropes. Second, you have to do it in absolute silence because the enemy watchtowers are right above you. And on top of all that, you're in thin mountain air where just breathing is hard enough. One loose rock, one loud breath, and the whole mission is over. And then it happens. The one thing they were praying wouldn't happen. A single gunshot cracks through the night. That's it. The element of surprise is gone. In an instant, this stealth mission turns into a desperate fight for survival. Clinging to the side of a cliff, Yadav is hit almost immediately. A bullet rips through his shoulder, another one slams into his leg. Machine gun fire is just raining down from above, and his teammates are falling. But through the searing pain, with bullets flying everywhere, he does the unthinkable. He keeps climbing. Somehow, against every single odd, fueled by nothing but pure willpower, Yadav hauls himself over the ledge. He's the first one to the top. But he's wounded, he's bleeding, and he's completely alone, staring down multiple enemy bunkers. What happens next is literally the stuff of legends. He knows his team will be wiped out if he doesn't do something, so he lets out this roar for India and charges the first enemy position, a single wounded soldier against a fortified enemy. He pulls the pin on a grenade, and with whatever strength he has left, he hurls it right into the bunker opening. The explosion is deafening. It rips through the bunker, silencing the immediate threat. But this fight, it's far from over. Of course, now every other enemy gun turns on him. The air just shreds with the sound of automatic fire, and a hail of bullets finds him, hitting him again and again and again. Let's just pause and think about this situation. It's beyond grim. On one side, you have one soldier, and he's severely wounded. On the other, multiple bunkers, fortified, full of soldiers with machine guns. The odds weren't just bad, they were basically zero. And yet, he kept fighting, taking down several more enemy soldiers before he was finally hit again and went down. That one incredible, insane charge had created just enough chaos. It was the opening his team needed. As more Indian soldiers made it to the top, they swarmed the now confused enemy forces. Tiger Hill was captured. But what about the man who made it all possible? Lying in the snow, riddled with bullets, everyone assumed he was dead. A fellow soldier knelt beside him and passed the heartbreaking news up the chain of command. Sir, Yadav is gone. The hero who had single-handedly broken the enemy's defense had made the ultimate sacrifice. Or so they thought. And then, from the snow, a weak voice. I am still here. In a moment of pure disbelief, his comrades realized that, against all logic, against all probability, Yogendra Singh Yadav was alive. 14. Let that number sink in for a second. That's how many bullet wounds his body had taken. 14. The doctors who treated him later said his survival was, quite simply, a miracle. He had endured injuries that no person should have been able to withstand. For this act of almost superhuman bravery, Yadav was awarded the Param Veer Chakra. And you have to understand, this isn't just any medal. It is India's absolute highest military honor. It's for the bravest of the bravest, period. I mean, his journey is just mind-blowing. From that brutal battle in July, through a miraculous recovery from wounds that should have been fatal, to being recognized as a national hero just a few months later, the kid from the small village had become a living legend. But even in that moment, receiving the highest honor possible, his thoughts were with his fallen comrades. When they pinned the medal on his chest, he dedicated it to the soldiers who fought and died alongside him on that mountain. A true testament to his character. And all of this leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? The story of Yogendra Singh Yadav, the Lion of Tiger Hill, is this incredible account of what a human being is capable of. And it really makes you wonder, what is that spark inside someone that makes them run toward the danger when every instinct in your body is screaming to run away? What does it truly take to become a hero?